This is McCook's, Mr. Bill. It is an honor to have you here. All too often, almost weekly, a video surfaces of a black man getting stopped, mostly and most of the time in a car, but stopped by the law enforcement, checked out, going way over the top, going after that black person. The video I saw this last week was a black man that got stopped by law enforcement driving, and the black man set up a camera there on his dashboard. So the cop come up there, and he black man said immediately, he said, I wasn't speeding, why have you stopped me? Law enforcement officer, he said, you were suspicious, you were driving suspiciously. He said, I don't get it. He said, I was driving 65 instead of 70. He said, yeah, that's suspicious. That's suspicious. And I'm going, what? You know, what kind of insanity is that? The officer then spent 3 or 4 more minutes trying to get him to make a mistake so that he could get him out of the car or search the car. He tried different angles to try to get that done, but he didn't get anywhere there. And he let him go. Saw another one where a police officer was bragging that he pulls over people and uses the excuse that they have a tail light out. It's an excuse, it's a lie. He's lying. He just uses that to get them to stop. And if by chance they go to the car repair shop to have that tail light fixed, and they say anything or any question it and then call back to the law enforcement, you can say, well, it was probably just a short. It's working now. That would be the way to do it. But the truth of the matter is that law enforcement can lie at any time to anyone for any reason or no reason. And so needless to say, the black race seems to be abused more often than not. But if you think they're the only ones that get targeted, you'd be mistaken. Mr. Bill has had a target on him for an awful long time. Yeah, me. And as Mr. Bill. Yeah. One of the great examples, I had a call in the middle of the night when I was working at the bakery making donuts. And I had a voice call in there and say I'd like to come down tonight and get some donuts and rolls, things like that. And I said, well, it's the middle of the night, I'm the only one here, and the boss does not allow me to let anyone in, nor am I allowed to sell anything. The voice talked for a small talk for a few minutes, and then he said, I'll tell you what, you let me in the back door, I'll go up front and get a few things, and I'll leave you a $20 bill, and nobody needs to know anything. It'll be our secret. Nobody will ever find out. And I decided I'd had enough time with him and I had to get back to work, so I just simply said, I said, say we do this thing that you want to do and we never get caught, I'd still have to explain it to Jesus Christ, in which he then hung up. But I've had so many cops things at me, and that was one. And there will be more to come. They are a continuing thing in my life. But not once have they ever got me to break the law. And the black man has to assume the same thing. They're always after you, no matter who you are as far as that goes. You guys have a good night.